Being an architect is incredible. It is the dream job for so many people. And to be honest, there is no better job out there. However, it wasn't always the case. I've gone through hell and back to be able to get to a position where I'm truly happy. And today I want to share my top 10 tips for young architects around the world, including one incredible way to double your salary in the early days of your career. So let's get started with something that we're so used to throughout university. First of all, we need to get some sleep. Stop pulling all-nighters, stop trying to impress everybody, and seriously, just try and get some sleep. If your body isn't functioning properly, you're not going to be able to perform your job at the highest quality, which means you're going to fall behind and burn out very quickly. So please get some sleep, make sure you eat healthy, and get some exercise into if you can, to be able to actually perform at your absolute best. The second mistake I see so many young architects do is starting their own practice day one. This is by far the worst thing you can do because you actually have no idea what you're doing. You may think that you've gone to university, you've learnt all these things, you've got a master's degree in architecture, but let me be honest, you really have absolutely no idea. As young architects, we tend to have an ego as well. But what we don't realize is that every architect that is worth their title can actually design. And most of us coming fresh out of university think we are the best at design, think we know absolutely everything. The truth is, you know nothing. Fourth on the list is you genuinely have to stop trying to delay your own success. I see so many young architects coming into the working world and pushing themselves really hard, doing exceptionally well. But what they aren't doing is they're not completing their logbook, they're not moving forward in their career, and they're not becoming registered as actual architects. Which means they've spent the last decade, if not longer, just trying to be in the space, but not actually being represented in it. That title alone sets you apart from just a graduate to an actual architect. And as we know, the word architect is still a protected title here in Australia. It still comes with its own challenges to acquire. So that means you have a certain level of respect and understanding that you've been able to acquire these skills and this knowledge in order to be able to call yourself an architect. If you've acquired that, fantastic. If you haven't, and even if you have the skills, the public around you doesn't know. So stop delaying it, go get your registration and be a proper architect. Next is a simple fact that the grass is not greener on the other side. It is greener where you water it, and you have to water it to become a great architect. Architecture is a lifelong career. It is something that you will spend decades studying, practicing, mastering, and then eventually passing your knowledge on down to the next generation. It is not something that is picked up over a degree. It is not something that's picked up over a few projects. It is a lifetime worth of experience. So you need to water the grass in your own backyard. You need to keep fertilizing it. You need to keep maintaining it so that it will grow. If you just leave it alone, it will be dead, it will not nurture. It doesn't matter how many times you move around. I just want to quickly jump in the middle of this video and let you know that there is an architectural checklist that you can grab right now at davidtomic.com.au. The architectural checklist outlines everything you need in a construction set of drawings and everything you may be forgetting to put in yours. So if you're just starting out and need a little bit of assistance, grab the checklist, go through it on every single project, and all of your drawings will get significantly better and more constructible. If you can't grow by yourself or you've hit a plateau in your career, it is time to find a mentor. Mentors are hard to come by. If you don't have one in your own practice, reach out to other architects that you may know. Reach out to university lecturers, reach out to your friends' architects, reach out to anybody that you know who might be interested. It might be as simple as mentoring you over a cup of coffee during your registration process. It could be as easy as simply giving them a phone call for 20 minutes once a week. It doesn't have to be rigorous, it doesn't have to be formal, but look for that mentor, try and find somebody that has a lot more knowledge than you and is willing to teach you and share their journey with you. If you're stuck in the office, you're probably doing it wrong and you haven't learned enough. Architecture is all well and good, and it is great to be able to draw and design and come up with incredible ideas, but if it can't be built, or if there's going to be challenges on site, you need to know about them as a good architect. So get out on site, learn what is actually being constructed, how it's being constructed from what you've drawn. If you're able to get out on site, you're going to be able to actually just simply see so many more opportunities that you could ever in a textbook. The weight of a brick is significantly less than the weight of a concrete beam. or the weight of a nice piece of timber is significantly less than the weight of a steel beam. These things you might not even consider, and until you get out on site and realize this, you may actually start to design in different manners when you're actually thinking about it from a constructability point of view and how will it apply in the real world. So get out on site, get active, and go see as many builders as you possibly can to learn as much as you can, especially in the early days. Something that I failed to do in the early days of my career, which I'm making up for now, is networking. Networking is such a critical part of the architectural experience because, first of all, word of mouth is where most of our clients will come from. So if you're active in the local community, if you're active in your network, they'll be able to drive some business towards you. But like I said previously, architecture is a lifelong career. It is something that you're going to spend decades doing. So building quality, strong relationships with good people and surrounding yourself with these people for a prolonged period of time will only ensure that you have a successful career as time goes by. Second last on our list is ask for more. Now, this principle is very simple. If you've been pigeonholed in your firm, ask for more. If you're stuck doing renderers, ask for something different. If you're stuck doing toilet layouts, ask for something different. If you're not asking, if you're not speaking, you won't get anywhere. So you actually need to figure out where you want to go, how you're going to get there, and then vocalize it. If you go to your boss, your superior, whoever it is that's defining your role at the moment, and go, hey, look, I'm doing this right now, but I want to do this. Let me do it in my own time if I have to. So ask your boss, ask anybody, just simply ask. The last piece of advice I have is the complete opposite to what I've just said. Ask less. Now, this might be a little bit confusing considering what I've just said, but ask less applies to asking questions. You're going to be asking questions as your career starts because you're not going to know what's going on. But if you're asking the same questions time and time and time and time again, people are going to get extremely frustrated and learn that you aren't learning, you're not paying attention, and you're not taking it seriously. So take as many notes as you possibly can. Take them in your notepad, on your computer, on your phone, it doesn't matter where, take notes. Once you've taken the notes and asked the question, go back the next time you've had the same question, check all of your notes and go, okay, here is the answer. If I've asked it before, or if I know where to find the answer, don't ask anybody, figure it out yourself. By asking less from your superiors, you're going to be able to show that you're independent, you're growing, and you're able to excel in your own space. So ask more for the right things, ask less for the wrong things. Now, of course, I promised one way to easily double your salary in the starting years. Now, every architect that comes in or every grad that comes in pretty much comes in on the same level playing field. But what sets them apart is their own unique skills that they've learned completely outside of architecture. So for instance, I had a great photography and videography business prior. I brought that into my architectural career and was able to increase my salary. I had an excellent understanding of IT and communication. I was able to bring that into my own career and once again, excel further. To be able to bring these passions, side projects, hobbies, whatever you want to call them, into your career, provide additional value so that you are less replaceable is going to allow you to increase your salary and also drive your career forward rapidly. Anyway, that's all from me, team. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my advice over the years that I've collected, and I hope that you are successful in your career. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you smash that subscribe button down below. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. But like always, I'll see you next Monday.